Money FM 89.3, best of weekends.
Joining me now to talk more about it, Guan from BBDO and Imran Khan, the Marketing Communications Manager for TikTok. Welcome to the show today. Are you guys going to do a video for us right now?
I wish we could. Imran, do you want to start first?
Hi, Imran. How are you today?
I'm good. It's great to be here with you on a Sunday morning. And thanks for having us.
So when and how did the shift happen in the thinking about using TikTok for more than just, the fun dance videos and crazy stunts and things like that people are using TikTok for? Imran, I'll go to you first on that.
Sure. So I think the great thing about TikTok as a platform is that we're still very young, we're still growing, and we still haven't really fully explored everything that can be done on the platform. It's very true that TikTok has traditionally been known as the platform for dance challenges, but we've seen our users and our community really take that platform and go into directions that we would have never thought possible. TikTok has always been powered by the community, and it's the community that's showing us the way. That's allowed us to actually go to brands and to clients and say, hey, by the way, this is another way, and this is some other ways that you can use TikTok to enhance your brand, enhance your outreach, and reach our community in ways that perhaps you weren't aware of, and definitely no one else has thought of. And we want to help to accelerate that process on our side as well.
Interesting. Guan, you're the Chief Creative Officer at BBDO.
Yes,
when you look at this medium, and I know you look at it in terms of how can you communicate, how can your clients communicate more effectively with their audiences, what do you see in TikTok that would be relevant to a business getting beyond just the entertainment value of it?
Thanks, Glenn, for that question. So we at BBDO, we have actually co-hosted a workshop, and we're also launching an award show called Trendsetter Awards. So together with Naomi Lam, which is my colleague and a planner, we've actually created a workshop to actually encourage businesses to use TikTok in a way that's never been done before. So I think if you can imagine, the traditional way of marketing is to tell a brand story and to tell it in their voice. TikTok is about inviting your consumers, the brand's consumers, to be part of the brand story. And I think it's important to see consumers talk to them in a way that's authentic and really human, because we can demonstrate the brand values or the product features in a very entertaining way. So you can imagine, Glenn, when people dance, it's an expression creatively to really, show themselves. And now, because, the brands are not just from the brand's perspective, but the consumers need to own the brand. So I think that influential marketing is actually critical in how TikTok is demonstrating in how it spreads its business.
Guan, who do you think is a good example of a corporate that's using this right now, or that's at least considering using it and doing a good job?
There's lots of brands. There's a brand in America called Chipotle, and it's a restaurant. They found this employee that does this flip. And, when they were flipping to, place this thing for a takeaway box, it became a dance, right? So I think one of the ways that TikTok is fantastic is the brand #challenge dance. And the businesses can actually use that to create product rituals. Business can use it to, promote their products in a way that's not been done before.
Speaking with Guan, the Chief Creative Officer at BBDO Singapore, and Imran Khan, Marketing and Communications Manager for TikTok. Imran, when you look at this, brands using this, of course, commercials, yes, we get that, as Guan just mentioned, Chipotle in the U.S. and perhaps others might be getting in on using this. Does it change the way that people think about TikTok? TikTok was never corporate. It was always just individuals doing fun things. Is this a sea change in kind of the way that the direction that TikTok is going?
So I think for us, we want to make sure that at the end of the day, we're still very authentic and true to who we are and to our audience, right? I think at the end of the day, no one really wants to lose that authenticity because we work very hard to earn it, and we want to make sure we keep it. Yeah. I think the great thing about TikTok as a platform, the way that it's built and the way that it's designed and the way that it's being used by users, brands have or are provided that opportunity to actually be authentic and be maybe a little bit less polished, if if I may use the word, on the platform, but still be able to reach their audience in a way that perhaps they aren't able to on other platforms. So we're very big on this concept of flawsome. So flawsome is, flawed content can still be awesome. And for what that means for us is you don't have to have the most polished, the highest produced commercial on TikTok to really succeed. In fact, chances are it won't succeed. What you want to do is show a little bit more of a human side of the brand, show the making of, show the mistakes, show the people how you got there rather than the finished product. And the audience and our users really respond to that in a way that is so much more authentic and more human than they would to something more polished.
Who are we seeing? Sorry, Imran, I was just going to say, who are we seeing around Singapore or around Asia brand-wise that's doing that well?
So there are a couple of brands that are doing that really, really well across the region. I think for us, one is one of the main things is that brands allowing users to come in and be part of that brand conversation is so crucial to how they use TikTok. And for us, one very big brand that has done it really well is a company called VinFast in Vietnam. So they are the ones who sell e-scooters in the region in Vietnam, and they used TikTok to help promote their two e-scooters through a hashtag challenge, and they provided users a sort of a virtual test drive. So it wasn't about just pitching the product as is and please come and buy this product, but they're like, actually, let's use TikTok as a way to provide users an interactivity that perhaps we can't do on other platforms. And that actually allowed us to win a gold at the MMAs in Vietnam. So we're very, very proud of that and the way that they've used TikTok in a way that perhaps no one thought previously to do so.
Yeah, we're speaking with Imran Khan, the Marketing Communications Manager at TikTok, and also Guan Hin, Chief Creative Officer at BBDO Singapore. Guan, I'll go to you next on this question because this is a more along the creative lines, and maybe you've run into this in talking with some of your clients or potential clients. But businesses really have to relax a little bit, don't they? If they're going to use TikTok to do this, if it's a traditional staid corporate entity, they are probably going to be pretty uncomfortable thinking about this new way of engagement, right? Are you having those types of conversations with some of your clients and trying to convince them that, hey, this could actually be a good thing for them?
Definitely. I think, some brands maybe sometimes needs to loosen up. For a lot of brands, right, there is the corporate image and there's a voice that they portray. Yeah. And, a lot of brands also have the human authentic voice that they also need to portray. And what's really interesting is that when a brand talks on a human level, on a more authentic level, the connection between they and the consumers are much, much stronger. So we are finding that authentic content or brands that's able to express in a way that is real, relevant, and relatable is cutting through the clutter. So one of the things that we've actually devised as a simple structure is about finding different passion points, Glenn. So, for example, a brand needs to find out what they're passionate about. Then they need to find out what the consumers are passionate about. And perhaps find a TikTok trend or TikTok execution that combines the three of these together to create really, incredible TikTok campaigns.
Guan, would this be only appropriate for a B2C product or type usage, or could somebody in the services business do it? Could it be used on a more of a B2B level?
That's a very, very good question, Glenn. And I think a lot of B2B see TikTok as something that's a bit, playful and it's not for them. As discussed,
because when you look at the demographic, for example, you might not have a professional services company do a TikTok video because, frankly, those other people watching that are on TikTok are not really their target audience, right? You have to take that into consideration first.
Sure. Yes, that too. But I think, B2B or B2C, I think we're still human. We're still, approaching in a human way. Perhaps the way it's done on B2B can be a bit more, employee-centric. It can be more business-centric. But at the end of the day, Glenn, it's about really connecting with your consumers. It is important before you do any marketing campaign to understand your target market. Yeah. And then we have to devise the right platform to be able to speak to them. So if TikTok, we were able to do it through, branded effects or through, hashtag challenge, if that's, I've seen it work before, then I think brands are more than capable to do anything they wish to.
Imran, getting a quick question from Mike Ang from our Facebook Live stream. And Mike is asking, okay, so why TikTok and not necessarily Facebook or LinkedIn? Why would you go with your platform versus one of the competitors if you're looking to reach out, businesses looking to reach out in a different way?
Oh, well, I don't think we were. I definitely we're not saying only us and no one else for sure. But I definitely agree, believe that there's something about TikTok that is different, right? It just is. And for us, it's about reaching your audience, your target in a way that you can't on other platforms. So one thing we're very, very keen on, one thing we push, especially when it comes to advising brands, is about making content joyful. Because at the end of the day, whether it's B2B or B2C, we're all human beings. We've had a tough year generally, and we want to make sure that if people are coming to TikTok, and people generally do come to TikTok to have a good time, and we want to make sure that they are there, we provide them that kind of entertainment and content in a way that meets their expectations and exceeds their expectations. Yeah. So for us, TikTok allows users of brands to do two things. One is provide joyful content and tell a happy story. And the second is to actually involve users in your brand story. Products like hashtag challenges and others involve the user in telling that brand story. We share these assets with our users and say, hey, tell us what you think. Tell us what you would do with this. And users expect it from brands on TikTok. They're not there to just passively consume. They're there to interact.
Yeah. Interesting. And Imran, you have joined now with BBDO to create this creative workshop and bring the TikTok Trendsetter Awards to life. What does that workshop look like? Who can take the workshop? How does it go?
So the workshop is essentially in service of our TikTok Trendsetter Awards. The awards itself are the first marketer-focused awards that we've done in Southeast Asia. We've offered a few real-world marketing challenges to individual marketers and agencies, and we've invited them to share with us how they would use TikTok to solve those marketing problems, whether it's increasing market share, driving downloads, etc. The BBDO, essentially, we've worked with BBDO to come in and help us run these creative workshops to help people understand two things. One is the basics of how to use TikTok, because we do understand it's still a lot of education that we need to do in the market. Yeah. And then, of course, for those of us who already perhaps have understood that aspect of using TikTok, we want to be able to offer marketers a way to go to the next level. And offer them, how can you use TikTok to perhaps do more cinematic content, perhaps do something more experimental, tell brand stories in a way that you haven't thought of before. And BBDO has sort of come on to help us actually tell that story to marketers as well.
Yeah, interesting.
So it's literally open to anyone. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Guan, what is when you're actually sitting in that session in the room when you're doing that training session? What are the topics? What does the flow look like? Is it how long is the training?
It's broken into 2 days. The first day is about the basics of TikTok, like what Imran is talking about, which we need to educate them. The second day is about a bit more advanced. There's broken into like 4 little parts. I think the first one is to talk to marketers in marketing language. I think quite a lot of times when you read about TikTok for business, or when you read about TikTok, it's really, quite tough to get around it if you're not into that world. So we try and talk to marketers in their language. For example, can you turn your consumers into a TikTok brand storyteller? We all know that brands need to tell stories, right? Yeah. But have you thought that the person that who is representing you, they or your consumers can be the brand storytellers? Then we sort of educate them about driving brand experience using branded effects. That's a fantastic, thing that a lot of people do not know about it.
Then, what is that? What are the brand effects?
Okay, the brand effects is actually a filter or a sticker that you can actually custom make, where consumers can participate and interact in a very immersive way. Lazada came up with this promotion, 11/11, and you can actually, they gamify this thing as you, gain points, getting those gifts. So marketers and brands are able to custom make these little branded effects. That's totally powerful. And the last thing, Glenn, that a lot of marketers do not know is that we all have those product demos, right? The product rituals. Yeah. Can we turn those product demos into a TikTok challenge, a dance, So actually, these are fundamental things that we are trying to cross that bridge between marketers and the world of TikTok.
How does somebody join on to this? Do they have to be a BBDO client, or what is the way that somebody can maybe take advantage of this, or do they have to join the awards?
Currently, this awards is broken into two parts. One for individuals, anybody can join. So there's a couple of briefs and fantastic prizes. The other one is for agencies. Again, there's different briefs and different prizes. And it's regional too. So not just in Singapore. Anyone in Southeast Asia is, we're happy to get as many submissions because we're excited to see and be inspired by your creativity if you do join.
Very interesting. Imran, I'm going to give the last word to you. How long is this contest going to last, and how does somebody find where you are to get more information, possibly sign up for it?
Well, thank you for asking that question. The submissions are open till the 24th of December, and you can find out more information about the contest at tiktok-trendsetter.com. And again, it's open to all markets in Southeast Asia. There are individual agency and existing campaign categories. We have prizes of up to $40,000 in ad credits and prizes as well, and mentorships with TikTok business marketing executives as well.
Fantastic. Imran Khan, Marketing Communications Manager at TikTok, and Guan Hin, Chief Creative Officer, BBDO Singapore. Thanks to both of you for talking to us about TikTok for business today. Appreciate your time.
Thank you so much, Glenn.